Hello, friends. Today we will talk about ArgoCD. I will provide you complete overview of ArgoCD with a practical example. Okay, so what is ArgoCD? That's the question. Okay, ArgoCD is a Kubernetes native continuous deployment tool. Okay, unlike external CD tools that only enable push-based deployment, ArgoCD can pull updated code from Git repository and deploy directly to Kubernetes resources. Here we can see an icon of ArgoCD. This is GitHub repository and this is Kubernetes cluster. So ArgoCD pull code, it's not code actually, it's a script, ArgoCD script, and using that script it deploy on Kubernetes clusters. Okay, so this is a part of a GitOps. Okay, so what is GitOps? That is another question. GitOps simplifies continuous deployment for cloud native application by using familiar tools like Git to manage infrastructure and deployment. This is what it does. Okay, GitOps uses Git repository as single source of truth containing declarative infrastructure definition that describe the desired production state. So, suppose I have got a current state. Okay, I wrote some code. I changed some state of my code. Push that code to the GitHub branch, and once my code is merged to the master branch, then Argo City monitor my current state. My current state means current state um, in the master branch of GitHub and the state in the Kubernetes. Uh, if Argo City sees some difference, then Argo City trigger the automated sync process. Okay, then Argo City try to sync everything. I will show you all these things in demo example. So now just providing you some theoretical things, so just listen these things and then I will provide you complete demo. Okay, so it is also written here like deployment and updates are triggered by changes to Git repository with automated process ensuring live environment always matches the repository. Okay, so this is icon of GitOps. Okay, how to achieve GitOps using Argo CD? Okay, every enterprise uses Git as source code management software to store code. Okay, developer can commit their infrastructure configuration such as Kubernetes resource definition in Git to create environment needed for application deployment. Once developer implement a feature and merge with main branch could be master or some other branch. Okay, CI process is initiated for generating and testing an image. Okay, after review and approval of application pull request in Git merge with main branch with the help of GitOps agent. Argo CD will immediately identify new version of configuration that was recently merged and compare it with the running application and in the destination environment. Okay, I will give you one diagrammatic presentation also. So here I want to present you a small diagrammatic presentation on Argo City, how it works with Kubernetes and GitHub. Okay, so Argo City is basically a GitOps agent. Okay, so suppose developer push a code to GitHub, then that code is reviewed by the developer and then merge into the main branch. Then Argo CD will immediately identify the new version of configuration that was recently merged and compare it with running application and destination environment that could be pre-pod or prod. And if there is any match, if there is any mismatch, then it highlights the out of sync status and it enable developer to sync it with the current state. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so as I mentioned that Argo CD is a kind of a GitOps agent. Okay, it will immediately identify new version of configuration that was recently merged and compare it with the running application in destination environment. And if there is any mismatch, then it highlights out of sync status. Okay, Argo CD uses Kubernetes controller to reconcile the new changes to cluster resources. Once Kubernetes resources are ready, it informs the user about application is in sync. Okay, Argo City also uses an agent to constantly monitor the end environment and check its state with Git. Argo City synchronizes the current state with declared state of configuration and ensures the new configuration are correctly deployed to cluster. Argo City not only do these things but also provide rollback facility. So it Argo City helps roll back application to previous state in single click. Okay. So what are the benefits of Argo CD? That is the question. Okay. So Argo City help developer in different ways. First is it improved developer productivity. Argo City provide developer with self-service environment for application deployment. Software development team can focus on creativity and business logic instead of focus on manual or remedial deployment. Okay, so as a developer, if company expect developer to perform some operations and DevOps stuff, then it's easy for developer to do those tasks also. Okay, so Argo City also help in software delivery compliance. It improves software delivery compliance. Okay, so using simple single platform, developer operation team, people can use infrastructure change management and apply organizational policy to restrict access to Kubernetes resource and minimize your application downtime and outages. And Argo City also Arcosity also increased collaboration in software development lifecycle. Okay. While working on ArgoCD, every team member can work from same system to achieve GitOps and understand status of individual process. Single Git repository fosters collaboration amongst team member by assigning tasks to individual and deploying code from each person as necessary. And Arco City also encourage a practice of you code, you build, test, and deploy. Okay. Okay, so fast deployment. Argo City allowed team to perform more rapid deployment into Kubernetes cluster across multiple clouds. And quick release of application change means shorter time to market and more flexibility in responding to customer demand. So it's a very good tool for startups. But let's see more stuff. And now we are going to see some demo. Okay. Okay. Okay, so before starting anything with Arco City, we must have a Kubernetes cluster running. I am using Minikube. Okay, so first I started Docker, uh, and then I started Minikube using command Minikube space start. And once Minikube is started, then I I created namespace using this command kubectl create namespace argocd. Then I installed argocd using this command. Okay, kubectl apply -n argocd -f https raw github content argocd stable manifest install.yaml. Okay, and once I installed, uh, I got this kind of command prompt. Okay, so I entered a command kubectl get all minus namespace argocd. and I this is my command prompt image. Okay, so one thing is very important. When I started it initially, I was seeing 0/1 0/1. It means that my pods are not ready, but if I see 1/1, then all pods are ready. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, so after that, I entered another command, kubectl edit svc. It means service argocd server minus an argocd. Then I got I can see this text file, and here I can do some editing. For example, I can change service type from cluster IP to load balancer. Okay, okay, so yeah. So once service is running, user need to obtain password for default admin account. Okay. So this is stored in secret named ArgoCD minus initial minus admin minus secret. Use kubectl to get password value from the secret, and then use base64 decoder to decode the value and obtain the password. Okay, and then we enter this command and we get some kind of after entering this command, I got some kind of password, and then I have to use that password. I have to decode that password using base64 decoder. So I'll show you all these things live. Okay, so yeah, let's begin with a practical example. Okay, this is like last I will show this thing. So okay, so here I started Minikube. I already had Minikube, so I deleted it. Okay, then I restarted it. Okay, so here we can see that it is verified and it is at the start position. Then wrote a command kubectl get all, and if my pod is running, then yeah, things are really okay. And then uh, I will show you, yeah, port forwarding. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I showed you the picture of this command prompt. Now it is in the live state. Okay, so kubectl, I entered this command kubectl get all minus n argocd. Here you can see all ports are in ready state and status is running. Okay, so yeah, okay. After that, once it is running, then I entered this command kubectl edit svc argocd server minus n argocd. Then I got after entering this command, I got one text file to see. I can do some editing if I want. Okay, I can switch from cluster IP to load balancer. Okay, however, I did not do it because I just want to show a demo example. Okay, so uh, okay, now kubectl. Now I entered another command to see the password. Okay, kubectl minus n argocd get secret. It is, sorry, it's not password. It is a secret. Okay, so kubectl minus n argocd get secret. Argocd initial admin secret minus o json path data dot password. So I got this thing. Okay, this is not something we need. We have to decode this thing using base 64. Okay, that I will also show you. Okay, so we have multiple ways to decode using base 64. I'm using this website. Okay, you can also use some kind of script. Okay, so I entered this secret. Okay, I'll show you it a moment. Yeah, okay, I entered this secret. I click this decode and I got this answer. I can use it as a password. Okay, for my Argo City, that I will show you how I can use it. Okay. Okay, so we are here. Okay, so once we have configured almost everything, then I entered this command kubectl port minus forward svc argocd server minus n argocd 8080 colon 443. Okay, so I got port forwarding at 127. dot zero dot zero dot 18080. Okay, so let's see what happened here. Okay, okay, so I can access this port and local host. Okay, local host application ArgoCD. I have already created one application, but let's see. Okay, so this is the beginning page. Okay, it's like this. Okay, so it is already, this application is already created. So suppose I want to create another application, then I have to click it here like this, and I okay. So so suppose I want to create another application, so I write it argo cd example. Okay, project name is setting it at default. Okay, so URL, you I have got one URL. So let's see what URL I enter. Wait a moment. Okay, so I entered the URL. It is loading, and the path, path cluster URL is this namespace. Yeah, what namespace I have to enter, that I'll see. Wait a moment. I just have to see namespace. Default. Okay. Default. It got it. Let's see. I create. What happened? Yeah. See, I've got another example using another application, ArgoCD minus example. Okay. It is out of sync. So let's make it in sync. Okay. So I'm getting some issue because I'm using same stuff here and there. Now, I mean, I've already created one application, and it might be causing a problem. So let's because they both are using same source. Okay, that could be a reason why I'm getting this warning and out of sync. So what I do, I okay, so I can delete this thing because I don't need this thing. It might show me this thing, but yeah, I write argo cd minus demo. So it is synchronizing. Okay. So state is application state is healthy. Application app health. Sync, it is synchronized. And now I can see this thing. I don't see any red sign here. So it seems quite good as of now. Okay. And okay, so we just have seen that two applications using same source, and one application had problem, one application didn't have problem. So I think let's create another application using same source and try to solve that problem. Okay, so first is Argo CD example. So I create another example, Argo CD demo. This is default. Okay, and this is the URL. This is the path. Okay, this is namespace is default. Okay, so this is create. Okay, now this is out of sync. So Okay, so it means if I try to make one application in sync, other application which is using same repository, same branch will go out of sync. That could be one property, but yeah, I'm not. Okay, I will not go too much detail into this thing. Just want to clear that these two applications are using same repository URL, same path. So that could be a reason that only one application can stay in sync, other application cannot stay in sync. Okay. Okay, so far we did this thing, and now I'll explain you a YAML file, deployment file. I mean, and yeah. Okay, so now I would like to explain you about this demo deployment.yaml. Okay, so here we have a folder called ArgoCD minus demo, and inside that folder there is a file called deployment.yaml. Okay, so what it does, okay, this file has two resources, two Kubernetes resources. First resource is deployment, second resource is service, and API version. So apps slash vi specify that this is a deployment from apps API group. Kind deployment means you're declaring deployment resource. Okay, there is a metadata also. So name is demo, label used for grouping and selection. Okay, deployment spec. So here we set only one replica as it is a demo application. So that's why I set it only one. So replica one pod should be running. Okay, selector dot match labels. It tell deployment which pod to manage. Any pod with label app demo. Okay, app colon demo. Okay, so we have got pod template. Okay, so this template uh, is used for creating pods. So here we set label. The pod will be labeled app colon demo, which matches the selector above. Then we have specs for containers, which is image, name, and resources. Container will use image Ajay 786 slash demo. This is presumably in some container registry. I am using Docker Hub. Okay, so the container is named demo. Resource empty here because this is where CPU memory request limit would go. Okay, deployment create pod uh, running the container. This deployment creates one pod running the container Ajay username slash demo. Okay, now explain you about service. Okay, so here is my service. Okay, so it exposes service exposes the pod inside the cluster. Kind service define networking for accessing pod. Okay, name demo, name of the service, labels app colon demo can be used for identification. Service spec networking details. Okay, port it is 8080. This port will be exposed by service inside the cluster. Target port, the port the container listen on. Name just a label for port. Protocol TCP selector target ports with label app colon demo. Type cluster IP expose service on cluster internal IP. Okay, this service allow other apps in cluster to access your demo pod via 8080. Okay, in case your port is already occupied by some other application, then you could change it. Okay, so yeah, so that is the explanation of deployment.yaml. And yeah, I want to explain a very small concept. Like here, you can see Ajay 786 slash demo. So Ajay 786 is my Docker Hub username. Okay, so yeah, that's what I want to explain you. And now, so now you can see that kubectl get all. When I entered this kubectl get all, this pod is running pod demo. Okay, one slash one is it means running. Okay, Now I have to see in the UI how it works. So now we can see that application is running very well on this UI. Here it is niche seizure. It means it is not safe. HTTPS I did not set up certificate because I'm doing it locally. So it's not too important from this perspective, from this application, from this point of view. But in case we are doing any production, then yeah, we have to set up certificates. Okay. So yeah, we go deep inside this Argo CD demo application. So here app health is healthy, sync status is all. Okay, so sync status is sync to head, and yeah, this is demo service demo deployment. Okay, so it seems quite good. Okay, and yeah, we are done with our task. And thank you very much for watching this video. And in case you like this video, then please subscribe my channel so I can get encouragement to create more videos like this. And I wish you a very nice day.